Hello, everybody, and welcome to At the Picnics, Season 3, Episode 14. We have got an absolute brilliant guest on this week, Danny. Absolutely rapt to have him on. Everyone's going to recognise him right away looking at him. But before we get to him, we'll talk about Yay last week, Yay Cup. Brooke Very Mitchell had a double. Troy Kilgour had a double, which one of them this young man was on, and Seb Galea had a double. So it was good for all round for a few people.
Absolutely. It was a really good weekend of racing. Brooke does a great job with her work and with her horses and stuff. A lot of people down this way recognise her. She's worked at Shay Eden's, at Ricky Maughan's and that as well. She's got a wealth of knowledge and experience, and she's branched out and gone out on her own. So it's been really good to see her get some results. She's had a few results at the pros and that as well. So great horsewoman. Great to see her get some results up. It was great to see Grant go out with a winner on the day with Troy. Him and Troy have been such a formidable combination for so many years, and so many years of consistent results. It's been really, really wonderful to see him go out on a high. And of course, new rider Sam Galea get a good weekend out as well. So great day for Yay. They had a good crowd and it all went off without a glitch, as they say.
And congratulations to Justin Bridgman and the Italian stallion Jack Vergona for retrospection in the Cup.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I think I might be right in saying that it's Jack's first Cup.
It is. Grant's
I'm
given
not
us a nod.
100% sure.
I heard that as well.
Yeah,
yes.
So well done, Jack. You finally got one away.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Yeah, great to see. He's been kicking him around for long and for a while now, and it's really good to see him finally get up and get a Cup winner. So congratulations to everybody on a great weekend of racing. And by all accounts, I don't think anyone got in trouble either. So that was always good.
No, Tracy did.
Oh, don't tell me, not whip use again.
And careless riding. Two different.
Oh, Trace.
Yeah.
Trace got a big kick in the ass.
She got 4 meetings.
Ouch.
Yeah. So anyway.
All right. Sorry, Trace. Well, you're having a holiday. Take care, you naughty girl.
And let's welcome our guest, Grant. If people haven't heard, we've got Grant Seccombe. He's just retired. Very sad for the picnic meetings, and he kept it all together on the weekend, Grant. And Yay gave you a great send-off after that last race, mate. And you nearly got through the day, mate, but emotions got to you in the end. But it was a beautiful ending story, mate. And, of course, during the week, your good friend Benny Spell gave you a good story on racing.com, mate. So congratulations on a great career, mate, and welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's been a good career. Probably Wollongong was more emotional than Yay on the weekend, to be honest. Wasn't too bad on Saturday, but once I rode that winner for Troy, I couldn't care about the rest of the day. I could have gone home then.
Yeah.
So, very, very happy.
Good on you, mate.
It was very fitting that you got your last one for Troy. Obviously, you guys have had been such a great combination for so many years, and you've had so many picnic cups and runners-up premierships and all the rest of it together, and leading rider trainer combinations. You guys have certainly been a formidable team, so it's very good. Can you elude us, apart from all of your Corinthian wins, you smart ass, what have been some of your other highlights?
Probably winning the Mansfield Cup last year for Troy on Sweet Swagger by 3.5, 4 lengths. That was pretty special because me and him have won plenty of cups, but no real majors. That was good. My Wollongong Cup was my first Wollongong Cup, was my first picnic cup, so that was pretty special to kick that one off. And I'd have to say me back-to-back on Riley's Rocket in the Drawing Cups. Good supporters of picnic racing, and to get that horse up 2 years in a row to win the cup was pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you say, you and Riley had a great combination going. I could not get the horse to get out of the way in a dark night without a pink fit. I could not get him to go a yard at all, but I gave him a couple of nice lead-in runs to get the weight down for you. That was about my token donation.
Yeah, I think I remember I won on him over 1,200 at Balnarring, and then I got suspended for a few runs, so I think you rode it two runs before the Wollongong Cup.
Yeah, I'll give him 2 really, really good runs, but he just did not get warm for me. I was bloody hopeless on him. We just didn't click. And yeah, you guys came out and went bang, and It was good. It was sort of a bit tongue in cheek. It was quite the running joke there for a while.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he did love Druin anyway, because I'm pretty sure Reese won on him when Kramer's had him, I reckon, and I reckon Courtney might have won on him there as well over the 1200 early on.
Yeah, I reckon you could be right. So moving on to different bits and pieces going on in your life, how's the life away from racing going so far?
Loving it, to be honest. Like, as the alarm's going off a little bit later, me and Naomi are going to the gym every morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock. So that's been good. I haven't, for my whole life, I've never woken up after Naomi. I've always woken up before her and left. So to wake up to hear her in the shower and look outside and it's daylight, I thought, no, this is pretty nice.
It'd be pretty nice to wake up with the kids at home too, wouldn't it?
Oh, some mornings.
So you're moving on to a different venture now, Grant. So how's Naomi feel about it? Obviously, she's been your biggest supporter, but how does she feel about you stepping away from racing?
Yeah, she was sad but happy at the same time. Obviously have me home a bit more. Can eat whatever I want now, so that's good.
Good and bad.
A bit more support with the kids, not having to travel around the countryside every weekend. So no, she's very supportive.
Good. What are you going to miss the most, mate? About, you know, obviously you're not doing track riding anymore and the picnics. Out of all of that, what are you going to miss the most?
Just the friendships I've made and driving to the races. Like me, Lee and Jack Vergona drive to the races every weekend. So, and Sebastian's jumped in this season. So that group of riders, we all band together every weekend. We're all there to compete, but at the end of the day, we're really good friends, and there for everyone's safety. So yeah, I'm going to miss that the most.
So they're the three musketeers.
Some of those roads.
Sorry, they're the three musketeers now, Jack. Grant.
Yeah, they're the three musketeers. They haven't deleted me out of their group chat yet, so
okay,
that might be coming, or they might be waiting for my form input for the remaining of the season.
Dear. There've been some pretty eventful trips up and down the mountains with certain couples of people that have been very entertaining along the way. Can you enlighten us to any of some of the more entertaining carpool trips you guys have had?
Yeah, so in the last 3 or 4 years up the mountain, especially Omeo, me, Jack, and Lee jump in with Chris from the Scales.
Yep.
They drive to his joint because he lives just down the road from me, and then they pick me up on the way. And I do remember one a couple of years ago. I don't know what they were thinking, but we're driving along, and we turned off the back of Sale. We're on those back roads, and it was dark. And Chris just goes, "Oh, let's just drive with the lights off." He did said turn the lights off, and we drove for a couple of K with no lights.
Okay. we won't.
Very weird, but we get up to some stupid stuff on those road trips.
That's great.
Dear. Yep.
And the other day, Lee won what did he win? He won the Mansfield Cup.
Yep.
And I reckon we stopped 25 times between Mansfield and Cranbourne.
Yeah.
And everywhere we stopped, he had to have a photo holding his cup.
That's great.
Oh, that's a good effort. Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ. Were there any road trip stops on the way home for Jack with his cup?
Yeah, there was a couple.
Yep.
We made it. He tried to perk up, but we made a couple of jokes about it's only a Yay Cup, Jack. Everyone's won a Yay Cup. Calm down. It's not one of the majors, so just relax. But no, it was really good to see him win his first cup while I was still riding. I didn't think I'd get to be involved in it. So that was good. I think last year or the year before, he actually gave away 5 picnic cups in the one season.
Yes, he handballed rides and picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a jinx to himself, and I'm sure you and Lee made him feel really good about that too.
Yeah, we pretty much said, mate, just stop getting rides in cups because you can't win them. But no, it was very good. It was very good to see him get it off the back, and hopefully he can come out and ride a few more in this season.
Yep.
Yeah, he's been riding pretty well this season, I've got to say. So you can't really hang too much shit on him for the likes of what you used to give him.
No, that's right. He's a very good rider. Obviously, he rides track work for Philip Stokes at Pakenham, so I see him every morning. He's very good. He's very good at what he does. Probably doesn't get the opportunities that he could around the picnic circuit because he's not associated with one team. But maybe now that I'm gone, Troy might throw him a few more, and hopefully he gets the winners that he's looking for.
It'd be good to see because he's put in a lot of groundwork and he's put in a lot of hard work, even if he does handball half of them away.
Yeah, that's right.
So tell me, are the kids going to miss coming to the races as well?
Yeah, probably because they've made, as you know, some good friends on the picnic circuit. I think we're planning to maybe get away to Buchan races and camp up there for the weekend. So they'll still, and Violet's actually staying at Troy's tonight. She's going for a sleepover around there tonight. With Kobe's kids as well. So yeah, she'll still see the people that she's made, but I think they'll miss cheering and yelling out "Go Dad!"
Yep. So with all the riding gone, did the kids ever get the horse bug bite at all?
No.
No.
No bug at
Yours
all. The
didn't
only
either.
bug they've got is Arlo walking around the house with a whip, banging stuff.
Fair enough. As long as I don't whip you,
dear.
Grant.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty quick on my feet, Paul, so I get out of the way.
That's all right, mate.
Yeah, he knows when he's got to move. So you've obviously you've ridden for how many seasons now?
This is my 13th, I think.
Yep. So you were around with us with Bodes and that as well. So you've certainly ridden with some of the colourful characters. Are there any particularly entertaining moments in jockeys' rooms or on tracks that you can fill us in on?
Yeah, so I would say I've ridden with the best of the best over the picnic circuit in its entirety, I would say. Like you got the Adam Bodie, Razor Douglas, Reese Goodwin, Max Keenan, Toby Lake, Clayton Douglas. I've ridden with them all. I've seen them all come. I've seen them all go. But Adam Bodie, when he was in his prime, clearly the best rider on the picnics, and clearly the bloke that you didn't want to get in the way of. Because if he got beat on one, get out of the rooms.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was nothing like a Bodie ear bashing, was there?
No, I recall one day at Hillsville, I think it was, and I reckon the rider was Daryl Burnett. He only rode probably 1 or 2 seasons.
I think he was only there for one.
Yep, he now works on the barriers in New South Wales. He came in and sat in Bodie's seat, and Bodie came in and said, "Whose bag's that? You better move it." And he said, "No, I'm sitting there." So Daryl Burnett went out to ride the race. When he came back into the mountain yard, his gear bag was in the mounting yard.
Yes, I remember that day. That was that was hysterical.
Was that like a throne? Was it, Grant? Was it like because it was Adam's seat?
Yeah, no, it was turf.
Yeah, it was just removed, quite simply. That's my seat. You don't sit there. No questions asked, and no F's given.
Everyone's got their unwritten seat in each room. So I'm not sure what the girls do, but in the boys' rooms, everyone sits in the same spot at each different joint.
Yeah, pretty much. We're pretty much the same. I'll find out when I come back again. Like I'm right to go now, so it'll be interesting to see whether I get any of my old posies back. But we're all pretty much the same. Courtney had her spot. I had my spot. Deb's got hers. So yeah, we all know where we each are allocated to.
Yeah, I've been pretty fortunate. I think I've inherited Bodie's spot at most joints.
Yep.
And some joints they're next to Sean, some other joints they're next to someone else, they're next to Lee. But Benny Moffat's actually started to make a bit of a play early on in the season. Yep. He's pinched me seat at Hillsville, and someone else has pinched it somewhere else. I thought, I'm not stressing this season; they can have them.
Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't matter this year; it'll be right. So what about some of your other favourite racetracks to ride at? Was there anyone in particular that you really had, apart from owning the mountain, you guys? Is there anything else that you really had a passion with?
So Buchan's the favourite, obviously.
Yep.
That was my first winner for Troy up there. I really like Hillsville. I'm actually very disappointed I didn't get to win the Hillsville Cup. I ran 5 seconds in it, 4 times beaten 0.1. So,
Oh shit.
and then the other day I ran second and get beaten 4.5 lengths. And Gemma's horse actually broke the track record and still got beat. So
It ran a huge race.
Yeah, so a bit disappointing I haven't got that one. Dedarang, minus the trip, the joint is actually very nice.
Yeah. And it's a great day up there too. The club put on a great day for everybody up there.
Yeah, the club do a great job, but the best club I reckon by far is Merton Race Club.
Yeah. They put on a great show every year, and I reckon, I don't know about your thoughts, but I reckon that track was in the best nick I've ever seen it in this year.
Yeah, 100%. That's the best I've ever seen it.
Yeah. So, anything you're not going to miss apart from the early mornings?
Horses, to be honest.
Had enough of them?
Yeah, I'm good at what I do, but I'm not a lover of horses.
Yep, fair enough.
Yep.
So, how do you reckon through the lack of other things that interested you, how have you stayed doing what you've done for so long? How's the body copped it?
The bodies hasn't been too bad. It's copped it well. I think what's kept me in the game so long is for working for a Group 1 stable in Galligotis Racing.
Yep.
And it was just me and a couple of floating in riders, Caitlin there for a little bit riding track work. So if we had a good horse, I was doing all the work on them, travelling, and that's kept me in the game a long time.
Yep.
That's one thing.
So what were some of your travelling highlights?
Lavendi winning the Group 2 Tulloch in Sydney and then backing up 7 days later and winning the Group 1 Derby, all by myself while Pete and Manny were in Dubai with another horse that we had running at the time.
Yeah,
that's one thing, Grant. People, owners and that thank trainers and jockeys and all that when they win a big race at the presentation or any race, but they also forget about the people, the track people that do the hard work on those horses to get them to the wins. Do you ever think that people should recognise that at presentations?
100%. There's a lot of forgotten people in the industry, and it's hard to thank everyone too when you have a quick interview after the races. Even I know, like winning a race, you do a little interview at Woolamai. It's hard to thank the club and the sponsors and Troy and Ricky and everyone that's been involved every time. But yeah, it'd be nice if a bit more recognition went out to track riders and stable staff.
Yep.
So what are some of the biggest changes apart from our plastic running rails that you've seen come through the picnics while you've been there?
Outside fences.
True.
There never used to be outside fences all up the mountains and stuff. You used to go through trees. Yeah, plastic rails. The jockey's room at Woolamai.
Yep.
That used to be an old tin shed, I think.
Yeah, it was. It was a weatherboard. We had a weatherboard room out the other side, and you guys were in sort of pretty much the steward's room with them, just about.
Yeah.
So that's
we had
really
a back door into the steward's room, which wasn't handy.
Depends on whether you're in their good books or bad books.
Yeah, correct. Trying to think what else. Obviously, we never used to have Cranbourne races, and we have them now.
Yep. What was your favourite one of your Corinthians?
Pardon?
True. What was your favourite Corinthian?
Bow Trooper.
Yep.
Obviously, had the big fall at Hillsville. Was out for 3 months. Didn't know if I was going to come back riding after that. And to come back and do it, my first race ride back, on a horse that I'd done some track work with when I was at Reece Goodwin's, and we managed to get that horse for a reasonable price for that specific race. To come out and do that first ride back, that was actually pretty special.
Yeah, that was a pretty good effort. What was the damages on that race for? Because you were pretty busted, weren't you, from memory?
Yeah, mainly just concussion. But the body was pretty sore, and it took a long time for the concussion to heal up and stuff. So it took a good 3 months. But as soon as the season ended, I made sure that I took the right time to get right to
Yep.
come back. But yeah, the body's healed up fine after that.
So for people out there who, because there's a lot of people minusing us idiot horse riders who haven't necessarily had a concussion, what was some of your residual signs of still having concussion and having to try and work through it? How did you go about it, and what were some of the more frustrating aspects for you?
Yeah, so the pressure in the head that you feel feels like your head wants to explode. Real foggy, dizzy. I didn't actually have any vomiting, which I'm a bit of a vomiter, so I was surprised that I didn't. But you'd sleep all night, wake up, go sit on the couch for 10 minutes, and then you go, I've had enough, I'm going back to bed.
Yeah.
And you go back to bed and sleep for another 4 or 5, 6 hours. And for the first 2 months, I just slept.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, you had 3 months off, you had a 3-month holiday. No, not really. I slept for 2 months. I managed to get on a plane and go to Fiji for 10 days, which was good for the mind. But I pretty much sat by the pool and chilled out by the pool for a week and then came home and went back to work a couple of weeks later. But I reckon it still took a good 3 months after that to be mentally, physically right for the job.
Yep. And the reaction time and the little bits of balance.
Looking for something.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what she's actually after. She's come up looking for something. And that's why I kept looking over at the door. I had the dog there, Zoe's there, and I'm sort of like, what's going on over there? And yeah, sort of trying to work out what everybody's up to. At least it's not school, so I'm not having to kick her off to bed.
That's it.
Helpful child. Do you want to say hello to Grant? This is Grant's last interview. He's leaving.
Hey, Zoe.
Hey, Zoe.
So, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, like you, I've had concussion a few times. I'm not sure that it's helped me very much with my brain at all anyway, but yeah, it does take quite a bit of time to come back from, and I don't think people actually realise the severity of it. Obviously, with the footballers, I think getting a lot of airtime about it, they do. But yeah, I really don't think a lot of people understand what it actually does to you. So thank you for that.
And it's an injury you can't see. That's why people don't understand it as much as they should. If you break your leg, everyone goes, oh, you got a broken leg. But people look at you walking around and go, mate, what's wrong with you? Go back to work.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. So, yeah. So do you get to do the school run now that you're starting late?
Yeah, potentially. I might stay in bed.
I'm not sure Gnomes will let you quite get away with that.
No, probably not. It'll be on my calendar to-do list for sure.
Absolutely. So who have you got to thank for everything that you've got through and done? You've had some ripping support from a lot of trainers very consistently over the years. Obviously, they've been very happy with your job. I must say, we've always had a pretty good ding-dong battle out on the track. So I'm very grateful for the camaraderie that we've shared along with everybody else. Who's there?
Sorry, Arlo's just bursted in. He was telling me to shush because he's trying to sleep.
Yeah, so who else is out there that deserves a mention while we've got you here?
Yeah, so firstly I've got to thank Chris Hyland and Doug Harrison. They took me on as apprentices right at the beginning. As I've said on the radio this week, Chris Hyland had some great people underneath him in Trent Wells. Obviously, Pat Hyland was still training at the time. Sam Hyland would pop down. Lenny Marshall, Rowan Hughes, who's with Graham Begg now. All very good horsemen, all good at their crafts. Obviously, Trent was a leading jumps rider at the time. We had Roger Booth riding there at that time, Dale Smith, Brent Evans, Nathan Rose. Like, there was just riders galore that gave you that much help along the way. It didn't help me much in apprentice because I wasn't very good. That's why I went to the picnics. But in the end,
come in aid later on.
Yeah, that's it. Towards the end, I think it helped. But all the trainers that I've ridden winners for, Naomi's dad Lee, he gave me a couple of Corinthians with a couple of nice horses that he had. Obviously Troy and Ricky and their son Zach. Wouldn't have been able to do it without their support, to be honest.
What about Gnomes for putting up with you, for being such a happy jockey at times?
Well, to be honest, she hasn't had to have the worst of me, because I didn't struggle with the weight that much.
Yep.
I think she hates the 2-hour phone calls that me and Lee have every night, to be honest.
I
But
could
that,
well
but
imagine that.
yeah, but that won't stop. Like yesterday, she came
No.
to do something, and I was on the phone, and then she came back 10 minutes later, and he was ringing again, and so that won't stop. But no, she's been very good. As I said, I wouldn't be able to do it without her either. But yeah,
Yep.
other trainers. I had a good association with Lockie, who works on the gates. He owns Marco
Marco
Sparta.
Sparta.
Yeah, and
Yep.
his partner Emma.
Emma.
The horse goes wherever she's working, and yeah, I've had a good association with them, winning on all the horses that they've had over the years. A great. I thought it was great. A few years ago, I got to ride a winner for Chris Highland. He brought one to the picnics and
Yes.
put me on it, and it won. But yeah, every trainer I've ridden a winner for, I can't thank them enough.
Yep. So, were there any tracks that you didn't ride any winners at?
No, rode all winners at all the tracks.
Oh, that's all right then. At least you've got that item ticked off.
We've got just over 5 minutes left, Danny. So quickly, Kermit just wants to show you something. You know, he comes second in the Passions of the Field on Saturday at Yea, and well done. So he's pretty upset that he didn't win. So he's made his own sash.
That's right. I've come second plenty of times, so I know what it's like.
Yeah, he's
grand prize.
He backseat on the way home, hardly said anything, came home, drank all my beer, passed out in the spa. He's still having a sook about it. So, no, did you like it, Danny? He wanted to show you his own sash, saying that he won.
Well
Is
done,
right?
Kermit.
Yeah, he's done
tell
well.
You what, better be careful you don't have that water too hot in the spa, or you'll cook him.
Yeah.
He just wants to know, Grant, can you put in a good word for him with all the trainers and get him some rides?
Yeah, we'll see how Sebastian goes this weekend. He's got 6 for Troy, so if he doesn't do a good job, I reckon there might be some rides going at Buchan in a few weeks'
get
time.
Kermit on a bucket. That'll
Beautiful. Look out. God help the world.
Good on you, mate.
Jesus Christ.
So we've just got 4 minutes left. So, you know, we can't praise you enough, Grant. You've just been an icon to picnic racing, mate, and you're just going to be sadly missed by so many people, mate. And you know, I know that I'm honoured. I don't know, Danny will join me here that you know wanted to come on. This is like your last interview, so for you to come on this week, mate, it's pretty special, mate, and it's really much appreciated.
No, thank you very much.
It's
I'm a bit bummed out I didn't come back to ride against you sooner because I haven't been able to get back. But yeah, I must say we've had a few ding dong battles along the lines, be them good, bad, and indifferent. And yeah, I've really enjoyed riding against you and the competitiveness that you've always had with all of us. Gnomes, thank you to her for all of her photography over the years as well. She had a lot of practice out there for a couple of years, and she's always been great fun, and the kids have always been great entertainment. I know Zoe's going to miss you all as well. So
that is very true.
Pipsqueak. So yeah. All right. What's the one meeting that you won't miss?
Yay.
after they gave her that beautiful send off.
Yeah, it's my worst strike rate.
Yeah,
and I know Troy trained a double, but we've never had any success there. So yeah, okay. I won't miss Yay. And driving to Omeo and Swifts Creek.
Yep. Oh, come on. You love 10 o'clock drive homes and stopping at Sale Macca's on the way through.
Yeah, daylight savings is finished and you're driving in the mountains in the dark. Yeah, real good.
I know. It's amazing. Always feels it. One of my most vivid memories, you were up at Buchan the Black Saturday year, weren't you?
No, that was the year before me.
Oh, I thought you were for some reason. That was very lucky. That was a arsehole of a drive home that year. Yeah, that was real dodgy. Yeah. All right. So what else are we going to see? Where else are we going to see you at all? Are we going to see you very often anymore, or that'll be it?
Buchan. I might go to Buchan. I'll pop up where I can, but it'll depend what Gnomes and the kids are doing. I might come down and help Troy a little bit here and there, but yeah, we'll see where we can get to.
And if we see him
The
at the
awards
Anyone
night.
races,
I'll be at the awards night.
okay. And if
Oh, okay, cool. We'll catch up with you there.
if we see him at the races, Danny, he's probably going to have a can in his hand. We just have to
Good
worry anymore.
chance.
Yeah.
Big chance. Big
All right.
chance. That could be on the cards.
We've got just on a minute left. So thank you so much to everyone. Good luck to everyone at Balnarring this week for their cup meeting. We didn't get much of a chance to talk about it. So good luck to everyone involved there. Thank you to Pitney Bet. I found my sign. Thank you to Fran. And before we go, Danny, you've had a big week and really appreciate you coming on tonight for this special show. And people in the industry know what I'm talking about there.
Wouldn't miss it.
I know.
No, look, it was really good to catch up with Grant, and look, we'll all miss him. We've all enjoyed hanging shit on each other over the years. He has always been an absolutely serious as competitor, but always up for a laugh and a gag as well with it all. So, mate, good luck to you with your new ventures. I know I'm not the only one, but we all wish you all the best for everything that's coming your way with your new career.
Yep.
Stay safe and good luck with everything. And I hope it all works out really, really well for you. Happy caravanning, happy traveling as well. And yeah, take care.
Thank you very much. I'll just hurl abuse from the other side of the fence now.
Oh,
Love
that's all right. You'll make us all feel much better at home and all at home. It's great.
That's it.
Good on you, Grant. Thanks,
We'll
mate.
hurl it back. Don't worry.
No,
All right.
Thank you very much, guys.
No worries, Grant. See
Take
you later,
care,
everybody.
mate. Catch you
See
soon.
ya.
Good luck to everyone at Balnarring. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.